What's going on, all of my followers on YouTube? I'm making this video as a rant against something that, under normal circumstances, especially at this stage in my life, I wouldn't really say anything about, because I understand the way the world of the very small world of the even smaller minded black person thinks. But I just feel like, because of the status of the person involved, and especially because this person involved happens to be a very famous and influential black man, it is incumbent upon me to express the way I feel about this. Now, as you know, we are in the latter part of the year. We have fewer than 2 weeks before the so-called New Year 2025 is ringing in. I am working on a final project. It's going to be a blockbuster. One of the largest projects that I've done this year. After last year, I slowed way down on the content creation, just too much going on in my life. I started this project back in mid-October, and I've been working on it off and on ever since. I got caught up in some things. I had to put a pause on production. I am hoping against hope that I'm able to get it off before the new year. It's possible that I could have a New Year's Eve release, or possibly before. And it's going to be somewhat addressing, though in a much more serious terminology, the issue that I'm going to raise in this short video rant here. The name of the project, at least I don't know if that's going to be included in the title, but I'm assuming that it is going to be Diversity's Deadly Lullaby. Look out for that. I will hopefully remember to post a community post if I can finish production and get that out before the end of the year. So yeah, be looking for that. Now, on to this nonsensical bullshit. So, as I said before, and you'll hear me mention this in this newest video project that I'm working on, I've been doing this shit as Brian Solange on ScrewTube and other platforms for 10 years. Came out with my first video under Brian Solange. I came out with that all the way back in April of 2014. Since then, I've walked down a lot of rabbit holes. I've seen a lot of shit. And, just less than a year short of the big 4-0, I can say quite honestly, things that bothered me or ticked me off 10 years ago don't even faze me nowadays. Quite frankly, I can care less. I've basically walled myself off almost completely, at least mentally, from society and humanity, and I could give two shits past a fuck what anybody does. The only time that it really aggravates me is when it's in my personal space, okay? Because I try very, very hard, and I have gotten this down to a science of creating my own world, my own universe, in which I can feel safe, I can feel respected, I can feel at peace, okay? This is why I've pretty much written off relationships. I've written off, doing regular 9-to-5 jobs, at least long term, anything or anyone that can come into my personal space and aggravate me, I do not allow into my private life. All I have is a cat, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Who knows what happens down the road, but as I tell people time and time again, I'm happily single. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about just, living life in general. I don't celebrate holidays. I've never voted in a single election at all in my life. Most of the shit that you motherfuckers involve yourself in, if you're going one direction, if the herd is going one direction, I want to be going the absolute opposite direction. I have these motherfuckers constantly, especially these honkies, wishing me this fake ass Merry Christmas. And, if I'm on the job, I say thanks, same to you. But as I'm walking away, I'm whispering to myself, fuck off. I don't give a fuck about none of this bullshit. Just live this shitty life and fucking die and, go ahead, get buried or cremated and get this bullshit over with. But unfortunately, no matter how hard I try, there's always some type of way that some idiot motherfucker can weasel their way into my life to annoy me. See, it's understood that when I'm out and about running errands, you know, working, handling business, whatever, you can't control that. That's why I try to limit how much interactions I have with the public, especially considering, how I walk around when I'm out and about. Okay. I'm not alone, as many of you are well aware at this point. And as one motherfucker found out 5-6 years ago, the hard way. But, it's understood that when you're out in the public, you can't control what happens. All you can do is try to anticipate, make sure that you're well equipped and well prepared to deal with any type of emergency situation that may pop up. Okay. And there's just all walks of life, from extremely kind to extremely stupid. Okay. But when I come in to my home and I close that door, the whirlwind of turbulence and all the foolishness going on around the world and all the stupid shit, the drama, coming from who or whatever, I expect it to stay on the other side of that fucking door. Okay? I expect it to stay on the other side of that door. And as I said just a minute ago, I have taken tremendous steps towards making sure that happens. Okay. There are certain family members I don't, I will allow them to visit every now and then. I don't even allow them to spend the night. Okay. I will buy them hotel reservations to stay at a place next to where I live. Okay. I don't want anybody's baggage or anybody's bullshit touching me. Okay. Especially when I'm in the privacy of my home. I am the king of this castle. This is not a fucking democracy. Okay? So long as it's like that, I've accepted the fact that there's things about this world that I don't agree, that I don't like, that I don't accept. There's people and things about people that I don't like and I don't accept. I can live with that just so long as I can live away from it. And I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way. However, with the internet, it's one thing. I didn't factor in the media thing. When you turn that TV on, you turn that computer monitor on, things can seep into your house that you don't want to be there. And it's not like I have kids. It's just me and the cat. He can't surf the internet, right? He can't change the channels on the television. All he can do is sit here and go meow. And for me, it should be as simple as, just you don't like something that you see, just change the channel. And in most cases, that's what I do. You know, no offense to anyone, but a lot of the shit that people send me an email, I don't even click on. If I don't like the title, I don't even click on it because I don't feel like my mind going there. I've been more interactive with some of my pen pal buddies than usual because I've had the time, but like 90% of emails, I must receive like over 100 emails every week. 90% of emails I don't even read, either because I don't have the time or I don't have the patience to deal with whatever video link or whatever stupidity is being linked in the email. I just can't address all the drama. But, that's easy enough to ignore. But I think, and the internet is one thing. There's certain the internet is more controlled because not to go certain places on the internet, right? The internet can only show you what you want to see because you have to type something in and press enter. But unfortunately, when you turn on the TV, and I just recently, like within the last 3-4 months, I bought a new 55-inch Vizio to replace my old 32-inch Vizio that the sound on it went out after faithfully serving me for 17 years. Unfortunately, what I didn't know about this newer technology TVs are that they have what's, I guess you could call, internet cable, and they automatically connect to your Wi-Fi. I have business internet, and I have 2 lines. And so as soon as I brought this thing in, it's asking me to sign in with my Gmail, just like my fucking computer. So I'm like, okay, whatever. In the past, I didn't do that, but this time I did it. And, all kinds of shit opens up, Netflix, Prime Video, fucking Hulu, all this bullshit, Tubi. And, at first I'm not interested. Then I start seeing little things that, interest me. So I say, okay, well, it's only, like Prime Video is only like, what, $12.99 a month. I make plenty of money. Why not just, something I saw interest me. I got time, kick my feet up, watch it at night, eating some popcorn. Why not? I ain't got nothing else to do. So, I sign up for a few subscriptions. And before I know it, I got 6 or 7 fucking subscriptions under, $15. Most of them are less than $10. I figure it can't hurt. They're real cheap, right? So, I'm watching little shit here and there. And cable TV has a strange way of like sucking you in because they throw a lot of shit in your face on the home screen, with the flashy illustrations, and it's only a matter of time before you're going to see something that you like. And there were a bunch of documentaries and shit that, I had been interested in before that now all of a sudden at the click of a fucking TV control remote, I have immediate access to. I don't have to look for it on the internet, have to try to find a free stream. Just sign up to one of these little internet TV channels and automatically I can view it for like $10.99 a month, right? Watch as much fucking TV as you want. So I still don't watch a lot, but here and there, I'll maybe watch a TV episode or, maybe a couple of episodes or a movie or a documentary when I'm really bored. And I've been doing this off and on probably for about 2.5 to 3 months that I've had this television. And for the most part, admittedly, it worked out well. Well, I had came across recently, like within the last 2 weeks, I came across this this pilot, this movie pilot illustration, this digital marquee for this World War II era based film by Tyler Perry. Right now, other than Medea, I really don't watch Tyler Perry stuff. I just think it's too, I don't know. I just can't take Tyler Perry stuff serious, especially with Medea. Even though I don't have the same opinion about Tyler Perry in most circumstances that, certain other black men like the late David Carroll do. I think that he's, like the whole Medea thing, I think he's laughing at black women, not laughing with black women. I've said off screen to people that I honestly think that permanent smirk that's on Tyler Perry's face, where he's basically become a fucking billionaire, off of making black women look as ratchet and as ghetto as possible is like his ultimate revenge against, black women that may have abused him or shit on him when he was younger or a kid. But people seem to think that he loves black women, and that, again, why doesn't he ever show them in a positive light? Why does he have always show them as prostitutes, or ignorant, ghetto, stupid, black women, or involved in some love affair with their boss? Why does he always do that if he loves black women? Why doesn't he show them in some type of positive type shit? He's always making fun of them, and he has this permanent smirk. Some people say that's just his face, but I don't know. I think that Tyler Perry is a silent fucking assassin. But so I really didn't have that much against him. He says a lot of stupid shit, yeah, but his actions speak louder than words. And I guess that's kind of ironic here, because this man has finally managed to find a way to piss me off. So, as y'all may have heard me say in the past, I'm a huge history buff. I love anything about history, movies, documentaries, museums, art. History is my thing. It was my thing in high school. It was my thing in college. It was my thing, after I, you know, graduated. It's just been my thing forever. For as far back as I can remember, I remember having a fascination as young as like 9, 10 years old with the stories of like the sinking of the Titanic, World War II, the Great Depression, the American Civil War. I don't know. You just get something and you latch on to it. I guess some of that can be contributed to my father, who's an extremely intelligent man, in the sense of some of the things that he exposed me to when I was younger. But I've always had a dread fascination with these type things, especially history that's connected to violent matters like World War and Civil War and shit like that. Motherfuckers dying, but just history in general, though. So anything related to, like a certain time period, no matter who's involved, I'm going to take a quick look at it. Whether I watch it through or not, that's, up to the content itself. So for 2 weeks, they've been advertising this new Netflix movie. And every time I turn on my TV, like Tyler Perry, he's really promoting this hard. It's his newest flick. It's called The 6888. And it stars Kerry Washington. And you know, um it from the little that I do know, it is supposed to center around this all black female brigade of um, African American servicewomen who served as basically postal carriers for the U.S. Army during World War II. And their sole job, or their primary job, was to get mail through from soldiers on the battlefield that have been killed in action or wounded, or just writing to their relatives, loved ones, girlfriends, wives, and get that mail, those messages, to their loved ones back in the States. Back then they didn't have internet, they didn't have smartphones. So mail was the main way that people communicated with each other over long distance. So I'm saying, it's not really my thing. How interesting could this be? You know, People, bitches sending mail to people. But I said, man, it's World War II. It's a World War II flick. Let me check it out. So I'm not going to give it away, for those who might want to watch it. But I just, my problem with this shit. Okay, so the movie starts out surprisingly interesting. It starts out with a battle scene in Italy where, white troops are lined up in a pit and they're preparing to charge a German line. I'm like, okay, Tyler Perry. Okay, let's see where this is going. When the action starts, the special effects are kind of cheesy, kind of cheap. You'd think a billionaire could do better than that, right? With the stunts and the explosions, there was too much CGI. I like more hands-on type of action. where they do the manual stunts. The CGI is just, even with updated AI, it's just so corny looking to me. But whatever. Okay, so like, okay, I can live with this. Okay, so it's a 2 hour and 9 minute movie. Let's see what's cracking. So after the battle scene, which started the movie, right? They go to this school in, I think, somewhere in Pennsylvania, and I guess it's this diversified school where liberal white folks live, and you see a bunch of little white girls. I don't know if it was like supposed to be an all girl school or whatever, but you see a bunch of white girls, and then you see this one like semi cute black chick. I don't know the name of the actress. I decided I wasn't gonna. I thought about looking her up, but I decided not to. I was gonna do it for the purpose of this video, but I just decided this isn't that important to me. But okay, I'm watching this scene, and she's coming out with the white girls, right? And then this white guy shows up in a car, right? This convertible, and she's coming down the stairs, and they're looking at each other, and that's when it hit me. Okay, Tyler Perry's gonna use this movie to promote this Negro bedwench nonsense. And see, my thing is this, bro. So I watch the movie, and then the white girls, they get jealous because they see the black chick, approaching the white guy. He's smiling, and come later to find out, he's supposed to be white and Jewish. I guess they was trying to make a connection to the Holocaust or some nonsensical bullshit. And she jumps in, and they're trying to hide the fact that they're in love. And she runs home to mama, and mama asking her about the dude, and saying don't move too fast, blah blah blah. And they she's serving as a maid at a party full of wealthy white folks later, and a couple of scenes later, and he's in there. It's his party because he's going away to war, and he takes her outside, and they make out. Then her mama comes out, and my thing was this is what pissed me off. It wasn't the fact that it was a bedwench scene or a movie that's promoting this whole bedwentry. The thing that pissed me off is that it was Tyler Perry. It's yet another black male pushing this nonsensical bullshit, trying to make it seem like it's normal. Now, see, if this movie was made by a liberal white person, right, or a Jew for that matter, or a black woman for that matter, I wouldn't have had a problem with it, okay? Because we know the agendas that they're trying to push, okay? The issue is that Tyler Perry promoted this nonsensical bullshit to me, and then tricked me and trapped me to click on it and watch the first several fucking minutes. And I'm expecting to see, a spectacle about, black women, the history of black women so-called servicing their country, doing what they were only allowed to do at the time, right? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking to learn something about this part of history. And then he pushes this Negro bedwench nonsense on me. It's like, and the thing that just pissed me off was, like, dude, why couldn't she just have a black serviceman waiting on her? Like, dude, you're a black fucking man, okay? I know you're in Hollyweird, but you don't have to push this fucking bullshit ass diversity nonsense, because it's bullshit, okay? In reality, the overriding majority of people are not in interracial unions, okay? And black people do not benefit from this bullshit, okay? Now, I have not spoken this negatively about anything related to Negro bedwentry or bedbuckery for a long time, since I was working on the Climbing Mount Dusty project, really. But it aggravated me. I think it really aggravates the fuck out of me more because I had a long, hard day last night, okay? And when I have a long, difficult day dealing with assholes or just dealing with difficult situations, when I come home, I kick back, I turn on that TV. If I'm not playing a video game, because, I switch between, am I going to play a video game before bed, or am I going to watch something on the TV before bed? I expect to kick back in, nice, warm office / apartment with my bare feet kicked up, just chilling, relaxing, and seeing something that is gonna entertain me until I get sleepy and I go to bed. Tyler Perry has the audacity to bring this turd crapula, this Myrta, into my home while masking it under the guise of black women's history as war heroes. Okay? And you would think it would be Kerry Washington, the one that he was used, but she actually wasn't the actress in the Bedouin scene. I guess she's too old for that. And isn't she still married to that Nnamdi Asomugha dude? He used this younger actress that I've never seen before. I'll probably look her up after I get done ranting. But my thing is, okay, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, okay, if they hadn't been promoting and pushing this shit. And I wasn't, just like in a mood where I'm like, man, fuck this day. I'm just trying to cool down and relax and fuck the world, fuck humanity. I just want to chill and go to bed, okay? He tricked me into watching this shit. So I turned it off, bro. Even though, this is how pissed off I was. And I know I told you I wasn't going to give it away, but I can't give it all away because I ain't watched all the shit, okay? But I turned it off right after I found out in a few scenes later that the white boy that, she was having this secret affair about that everybody knew about, the white girls and her black mom and everything. There was a scene in the opening scene of the battle scene where an American plane fell out of the sky while these soldiers were having hand-to-hand combat with German troops on the battlefield. And one of the soldiers pulled a dead pilot out of the plane. So they kind of went backwards with the film. Well, a few scenes later, the bed wench, she received a letter. She came home from school or whatever, and this was after the white Jewish boy went off to war. And she received a letter, and her mama and grandmama are sitting on the couch, and they got a sad face, and they hand her the letter. She opened it, and I already knew it was that, the white kid, he died in battle over there in Italy. I guess that, and then that's when I figured that he was the pilot that got shot out of the sky and whose body was pulled from the wreckage, right? In the beginning of the movie. That's why she's crying. So after that, I turned the shit off. Because after that, even though, White Zaddy died, at this point, I've lost all interest. Even though he's no longer an issue, I've lost all interest in this film because I don't even want to know what happens next. I'm pissed off, not at the Bedouin scene or the Bedouin. I'm pissed off that Tyler Perry, a black man, would bring this fucking soft, lip-tarded, nonsensical bullshit into my fucking home, okay? The problem that I have with this is not interracial unions in and of themselves. The problem that I have with this is that the only people besides white liberals, and they don't even push it this hard, that's pushing this nonsense are black people, okay? You don't see any other race group pushing this nonsense about mixing with other people's kind more than we do. We're the only motherfuckers that do this consistently. Niggas think they both male and female. I'm talking about you niggas too. Y'all the only ones that think y'all won 10 carats of fucking gold when you get with some fucking white horse or some fucking white dude. Y'all the only ones who do that dumbass shit. Nobody else does that. Okay? And y'all, like I said, you niggas are in for a rude awakening. When World War III breaks out, you're in for a rude awakening. When you find out, when resources are scarce, you're going to find out how much these fucking honkies love your black ass. That's all I got to say about that. I'm just sitting back and waiting for the mushroom cloud. Okay? You all going to find out. So it really don't matter what I have to say. They say that life is the greatest teacher. It will whoop your ass and drag you up and down the fucking field like a fucking doormat. Like a fucking slippery ass doormat. So keep it up. I don't give a fuck. All I'm saying is don't bring this nonsensical fucking lip-tarded nonsense into my home. Okay? One black man to another. Okay? Keep that soft shit. I don't know who's pulling Tyler Perry's strings, but he should be wealthy and powerful enough where he don't have to do this shit. And this ain't the first time. He does this all the time, bro. This is not, that's why I don't, like I said, outside of Medea, I don't watch a lot of his movies. He pushes this Negro bedwench thing heavy, just like Steve Harvey does, okay? And it aggravates the fuck out of me. Because these are black men doing this weak ass shit, not black women. That's why, Akwesi says certain things that, I understood. I'm not going to say necessarily that I agree with it given recent history, but I understood what he was talking about. And I'll let him explain that, or let you go back and listen to the things that he said. I'm not going to repeat it here, but I understood where he was coming from when he said that there's just certain elements of the black race that are going to have to go if we are going to evolve as a race. Okay? There's just too many fucking puppets. There's too many buffer Negroes. There's too many of these mentally confused bed bucks and bed wenches out here. And I'm not talking about lower echelon. I'm talking about those that have influential power. There's too many of these degenerates that are being heavily marketed as just the trash heap of humanity, like Ice Spice and Cardi B, former prostitutes and strippers and gang members. They're being promoted as the cream de la cream of Black America. Now, Beyonce is one thing because she actually is a talented singer. Okay, but when you want to take somebody like Megan Thee Stallion or fucking Ice Spice or some fucking retarded ass ghetto hood whore that would be nothing more than another fucking insta thought working at McDonald's in her fucking off time or doing OnlyFans, and put her in front of me as if she's some red carpet level fucking celebrity, we got a fucking problem. Okay? This is the problem with Black America in general. Whether it's this nonsense of pushing this mixed race nonsense, or this foolishness of pushing this thug life thoughtism retardation. Okay? We're always pushing and promoting, or someone is always pushing and promoting this trash heap, not only to us, but to the next generation, so that they think that this is the way to live, to the point where you can't walk into a fucking restaurant like I did yesterday at Popeyes and see a black female behind the counter without those stupid ass fucking fake eyelashes and a fucking $100 fucking weave on, looking like a crazy person with prison tats all over her stupid ass. Okay? You can't go anywhere without seeing this shit now, because this is what has been perpetuated. This is what's being pushed. And I'm getting fucking sick of it, which goes back to what I said in the intro, which is why every fucking year I isolate myself more and fucking more. I'm trying to work on a way where I can make a living without ever having to go outside again unless I fucking want to. Because this world and the modern day black person, especially the modern day Black American, fucking disgusts me. And you're gonna find out even further why in my next project called Diversity's Deadly Lullaby. Because it's gonna hit with a fucking sledgehammer. I'm out.